Morning, guys. Happy Friday. How are we all doing? Hope everyone is well. Shall we jump straight into the action? Pretty volatile. Well, I say pretty volatile, not really. I mean, we're coming to an area on Big Boy Bitcoin that we've been watching for a while, okay? Mainly going to concentrate on Bitcoin and ETH at the minute. Alts are going to follow, I feel, in this area, but was just keeping an eye on Teo or BitTensor here. Sol there is nothing to say here whatsoever. Sol is in the middle of two areas, so I'm not too fussed about that at the minute. It will just follow on. So let's concentrate on Bitcoin for a second. Straight away, let's have a look at some levels, shall we? Let me just dive into the chat. Just 2 seconds. I was on my the old streaming software. Yo, Joe, how are you doing? Fabio. What the hell is that? Right, so if you're unfamiliar with this platform, it's the TRDR Console. Grab a link from below for a free trial. Best crypto data in the market. Right, I want to dive straight into Bitcoin and ETH on what could potentially be a volatile day. Right, stop with the chat or you're getting kicked straight away. Be polite. Right, let's jump in straight away with Bitcoin. So this is an area we've been looking at for a while, to be honest, isn't it? 65. Now, it's a nice round number area. So don't always like to trade those zones. Everyone has their eye on them, but here we are. Okay, so we've come down into this zone yesterday on the TRDR Discord live. We basically stated that we were going to. Let me just get rid of that message. Thank you. Right, so just chill out in the chat if you can, please. Let's get serious. Right, so this is an area we've been looking at for a while. Yesterday in the TRDR Discord, we basically said, look, wait for two things, okay? Come up again and tap at the supply zone and see if the bears want to attack again, or just wait until we come down to the demand zone. And that was while we were kind of in this middle area here. So as we're on the live stream, it was like, right, don't do anything. Just wait and see if the demand gets tested or the supply gets tested, one or the other, as always, isn't it? If this, then that. Subsequently, we came down and hit the demand. We didn't get right down to these top levels, but we hit the demand and we got a couple of bounces. It has to be said, bounces for ants. So yeah, was happy to go a little bit long yesterday and, you know, grab these bounces. You never know, you could have just come zoomed straight up and hit that 58.4 straight away. We never know, do we? Okay, so there we are. Last night, absolutely nothing to see. This area didn't get invalidated whatsoever. Here we are on Friday in what could potentially be a little bit of a volatile day, and we've just absolutely rotated back down, come down into this area 55.2-ish. I know a couple of guys in the socials had some orders down here, so they've been filled. Well played. And the area is still holding at the minute. So until this area breaks, all I would say is don't chase shorts into here. Don't chase shorts, okay? Short up here, or if we rise up again, absolutely fine, because the bears are in control. We all kind of know that, don't we? All right, but don't chase shorts into this area just because you think price is going to rotate down, all right? Because you're entering demand zone. It's not amazing, it has to be said. Maximum aggregated depth we've had is 300 million. Not the best, to be honest. I'd like to see a lot more than that to shout and post on Twitter that we are in an absolute bottom. I'd like to see 1 billion aggregated depth down there, like mentioned in a few bits, okay? So quick look at ETH then. ETH is very similar, and then we'll go to other exchanges. So ETH actually looks better. Very, very solid level at this 2,300. Wicked into it, and you've got a reaction already. So very, very, at the minute, if you're playing down here, very, very easy invalidations, okay? So you've got like a 2% invalidation. Really, really good risk reward. And that's why I say I would never, ever, ever chase shorts into here. If price just wants to fall down, I would treat that as, right, that's absolutely fine. I can't give a shit. I'm just going to keep a cheaper price and try and bid it a little bit lower if we can. You know, it's always the case. That's your short. That's your short up here. You're coming down into a demand zone, not the best, but I would never short into this zone with expectation that you're just going to rotate and fall down. Okay, so ETH actually was the better trade there, to be honest, I believe, at this just at the European Open session there. Okay, but yeah, let's go and have a look at what the other exchanges are doing on Bitcoin. Let's have a quick look with the levels on as well. So yeah, we're really the Bears. God, the Bears they're still in control, aren't they, to be honest? Unfortunately, the Bears are still in control. This is your invalidation, like I say. Who else has been bidding here? Bitstamp have got some bid here. Okay, they've been getting involved a little bit. Coinbase Pro, they're defending this area again as well. Okay. One thing I would say is, because you haven't got the real good depth of book, if you are rewarded, if you're executing in this area and you are rewarded with a bounce up into the 58s or wherever, if you then get any rotation back down, I don't think this zone will hold again. It's going to take more than that aggregated depth next time to hold this zone. I think the Bears will get rewarded next time we visit this area. Gemini, yeah, I mean, they're already just trying to cap price at 57 there. Kraken want a little bit lower already. Kraken USDT, I think they've had these orders floating around for a while. This entity here is getting a bit cheeky and saying, no, I actually want 50k. Offers chasing price down. Yeah, I mean, it has to be said. Yeah, bounces, but it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. The only positive you've got here is there's a couple of things here, really. This is the strongest bid depth we've had from Binance Perps. Obviously, one of the biggest exchanges we've got in the market, yeah? So that's looking really, really good. This has to be your invalidation now, okay? So anywhere 55 or just a tickle below, this area is your invalidation. Now, what can we see a little bit lower? Big order blocks at 51.6. Okay, so yeah, again, larger entities coming in the market. This is obviously quite a large order block. Larger entities coming in the market and saying, actually, yeah, if this is going to rotate down, then I want a fill. I want a fill down here, you know. So yeah, not a lot to see from BitMEX, not too much edge from them. So let's just go back and have a quick look at volume and open interest and stuff. As I say, I'm not going to concentrate too much on alts today. So yeah, again, one thing that can be said here is, as you've come down, you've got 15-minute time frame, so lower time frame. You've got slight bull divs, yeah. Okay, so you've got slight bull divs. Not amazing at all. Volume's pretty weak. Bears are still in control, but you've got slight bull divs. What you've not got at this minute in these hours, these European hours, is aggressive market selling or anything into these lows to really push price down. Okay, larger players, as we've seen, because you can see it in the depth there from Spot. Okay, so Spot are coming in and bidding, and Perps are coming in and bidding. Okay, so that's why you're seeing the volume like this, you know. But yeah, drop in the comments, let me know your thoughts. Obviously, what are you thinking here? Are you bidding this? I'm happy to go a little bit risk on here with BTC and ETH, it has to be said. I'm not interested in playing any other alts today in any way, shape or form. I like BTC and ETH on days like this for a day trade up. If we can get a rise up, you know, I'll probably even take profit today if we get a rise up. I'm not completely convinced yet. If we get any more than 58, I'd be more than happy. Okay, tighten that wrist, that's great. But I would probably even take profit leading into the weekend, because being away from the desk, having a few social things on, I wouldn't want to leave that risk on and just round trip it when someone comes in, you know, at 58, 59 and just absolutely hammers price down. But right here, right now, yeah, not aggressive selling. You can see open interest pretty low, LS ratio curling down, and you've got some slight negative funding there as well. Bybit funding 0.007. Binance funding slightly negative as well. So, you know, in a choppy zone like this, I don't put too much weight on the funding, but your open interest is certainly floating down there. If you're familiar with this template, you've got a nice little cluster going on here that you didn't have yesterday as we were floating around these lows. All right, guys. So volume, yep, not too bad. Let's have a look at liquidity then. What's that doing? Yeah, this is the only thing as well. So Perps liquidity is actually on the rise a little bit. So open interest in the middle. So yeah, I still don't think you're at a bottom. To be honest, I don't. I think bears are still going to get rewarded with lower prices, wherever that comes, and timing on that, I'm not too sure. I don't think it's going to come right here, right now. Like I say, I think we can get a bounce today. Obviously, you have got some US data coming out a little bit later on, which I couldn't give a flying fuck about, to be honest. I think crypto and big boy Bitcoin will just do what it needs to do to grab liquidity and move in the direction needed. If it's in a demand zone, it's going to grab as much liquidity as it can before seeing if there's enough bid there to move up. But yeah, just bear in mind, if you are trading legacy markets, there is some legacy market data on. But while I'm here, let's just have a look at that 4 hour. So yeah, mentioned on the live yesterday that you're actually trading under the value area low of this 4 hour range. Okay, and there's a daily range as well, but I'll just concentrate on the 4 hour for now. So value area low is actually now down at that weekly open. That's interesting, isn't it? Let me just get rid of that. And let me just edit that quickly while you guys are on. And what I was saying to the guys in the Discord is you're trading under this value area low. Normally, if you trade in a range, you would say, oh great, I'm looking for value here, I'm looking for bid, this is where I want to get a bit risk on. The trouble is the price action's been shit, and I'll show you that on a 1 hour chart in a minute, and I'm not seeing the depth of bid I want to see to really get risk on. So yeah, we'll play some bounces as day trades if we can get them. But other than that, you know, it's not like in other areas when you were back here, you know, in the lows back here, and you know, you get absolute mega bid, you're happy to go risk on, you get this big wick, and then you trend up for a number of days, hit the range highs, liquidate a few crypto Twitter short bears, and then come back down. It's yeah, just not convincing. And if you see here, you're actually you bounce down, you pop up, you hit that weekly open value area low and rotate down. That's such weak price action. It really, really is. And then if you just look at the hourly chart here, just quickly while I've got it open, then we'll go look at the data again in a second. I was saying to the guys in the socials, it's so shit that when you get, this is real bear market stuff, is when you get like say, I'm not going to count them, I could do a bars pattern and count them or whatever, but you say you get like 16 candles up, 6 candles down. All right, it's mental, you know. 6 candles up, 2 candles down, fuck off. You know, it's like, excuse my language, but you know what I mean, don't you? It's mental. And then this was probably weekend price action and down, and then let's reward them a little bit. Smash, no, you're not having it. All right, let's do. Let's give them a few more candles up. Let's have 24 candles up or whatever this is. Yeah, reversal. We're going to the moon. Fuck off. No, you're not. But this time, no, you're not. But we've got this bottoming pattern here and we're going up. Nope, you can fuck right off. And then here we are again. So it's this is horrible, and you know, there's no bottoming pattern at all here, really, is there? So, you know, geez, God, if we bounce off this bid today that we're seeing this area, oh God, I would be overjoyed if we even saw 58. If we see 58, I would be so happy with that. I would probably take profit on day trades and enjoy the weekend, and then review things next week. And I would eyeball hedge shorts up there again. But yeah, right here, right now, I've even got an alert just on that area there as well, to check supply if we go up there. But yeah, just a point. This is fucking horrible price action, absolutely horrible. Anyway, so let's. Oh God, it's depressing, isn't it? Especially if you're holding spot or something. Comfy in spot, sir. I'm comfy in spot. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Am I missing anything here? Am I missing the point of anything? Are you holding shorts from higher? Well done if you are. Well done if you're holding any shorts from higher or anything. Really well played. I'm the past 2 weeks for me, really, and I've been fully back at the desk this week, has been quick in and out trades. The price action and the range that we've been in on certain assets, can't even really call it a range, can you, on lower time frame for Bitcoin? It has been down only.com, but yeah, the price action is suits day trading in and out. then go and relax, wake up the next day and look for another trade, because more often than not, if you're trying to hold any trades, apart from your short side, obviously, they're just getting round tripped. Perfect example of that was the Aave long first thing last week. That just, look at this. You get long because you're in spot demand zones. You get long. I think I took profit up at 130. It went a couple more, and then bang. It's just, if you're trading this if you're holding spot, you should just be holding for the longer term anyway. Unless you're trading with absolute mega size in Bitcoin or something like that. But imagine holding this on your day trade perps. Oh, I'm going to hold it overnight. I think, fuck off. No, you're not. We're going back to zero. Oh, and then we're going up, and then you get stopped out. You leave it because you think, oh shit, I'm disappointed. Oh no, I'm going back up. Just be in and out. It's well suited. The market's well suited to get in and out, take profits, and move on. All right, I think anyway. Let me know in the comments what you think. But yeah, as I say, go grab a link. I can drop the link in the chat as well. While you guys, if you've got any questions or anything, let me drop that in the chat. If I can. Oh, I can't drop in the chat. Oh, there you go. It's dropped 3 times. I didn't have... The chat feed was fucked. Morning, Terra. How are you doing? Morning, Swap. Sorry. I deleted a message because people were getting a bit gay, weren't they? Got to be careful what you say on stream now. Especially when you're in the UK, because the feds will turn up and arrest me for even saying such a thing, won't they? God, I best not talk about religion or anything else. Jeez, I'll be in the nick by lunchtime. I'd be phoning my wife saying, oh, I'm in the nick. Right, do I need to look at any overalls? Give me a shout if I need to look at any overalls. The only overall I've seen today, because as I say, I've not really scanned the full market, is this one. Looks quite nice. Let me see if there's any volume bull divs while we're at it. Open interest very low. Slight spot bull divs. I don't have much info from perps because I would have to change the settings there, basically. Slight bull divs from spot. Open interest nice and low. So I do like to see that. Looks nice. Yeah, if you get you've got some top levels here, some order blocks for your invalidation. Looks all right. What would I do if I was wanting to play this today? I would go to a little bit of a cleaner chart, and I would just go to say a 4 hour, and I would have a look where it is. It's looking shit. Isn't it? It's fucking looking shit. Oh god. Oh god, it's so depressing, isn't it? That the best you can do is go, oh god, I best just draw a fib on here then and see where it is, because I haven't got anything else to go by. Yeah, not bad. You could play something like this. It's disgusting, isn't it? What a shit show. Someone get GCR on the phone, because we're going to zero. We need a hero. We need someone to bid. We need a Kirby bid. We need a Kirby bid. Yeah, not many alts at the minute. And even now on Bitcoin, it's like you don't want to see this. If you're gonna continue to just mess about here, you need these spot bids to stay aggressive. Binance 56 ratio, Bitstamp 74, Coinbase. Not much from Coinbase. You need more aggressive bid here. It's still a good risk reward if you're in from. This is a BTC Diamond, this green circle here. If you're unfamiliar with that, that's your BTC Diamond. Okay, so perps and spot confluence. It's still a good risk reward here if we get some good data in the US. And then if we pop up from there, all the bears on Twitter will go, oh, fuck you, it was just the data, the US data, and blah, blah, blah. And us lot in this console will go, fuck you, we had the data, we're long. Fuck off, go and cry somewhere else. Anyway. Wrote that down. What are you writing down? None of this is financial advice. If the feds and the local HMRC are watching, this is all paper trading. for demonstration purposes only, and all the rest of it. I like to have a little bit of my espresso because I was watching the charts a little bit late last night because I just wanted to see if this area held, if there was any opportunity. I was actually of the frame of mind with this top level on ETH, obviously, that whatever Bitcoin does, Bitcoin might drop 2%, ETH might do the old, what did it drop in the end? Probably looking at maybe 2.5%, 3%. So Bitcoin might drop 1.5% to go and catch that bid, and then ETH might do 2.5% to go and catch that bid. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, this European session is going to be like this, I'm afraid. So if you have got some long exposure already, or if you're in from these lows here, I wouldn't expect this to V-shape up right here, right now. I would give it, what time is it? It's early here. Yeah, I would give it a couple of hours. You know, you want price to prove you wrong here, really, don't you? So yeah, let me just have a little sip of espresso. But yeah, let us know your thoughts. Actually, not even holding any shorts myself now. It's been a good week of trading from Arve and a few of the others. Not too many trades on this week, to be honest. Could be, you know, probably only a few really. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not too fussed. I'm kind of gets to this point in the market where you're starting to find a little bit of demand. And I don't want to continue short in this zone. I want it to rise up for those shorts like mentioned. So it gets to this point in the price action, I'm more of the frame of mind of, yeah, okay, you can drop lower, but I'd rather chill. It's Friday, and this is the thing, it's Friday, right? So my mind on my trade setup won't change if it's Monday or Friday, but I don't really want too much risk on going into the weekend. I'd rather just play a couple of trades today. If we can get a bounce, great. If we don't get a bounce because it's Friday, I'd rather go chill out. And if we wake up, you'd watch the charts anyway, wouldn't you? But if we wake up Monday, Tuesday, and you're in this massive demand zone down here or something, then that is just great. Absolutely great. Yo, Peter, how you doing? Yeah, so let's just watch the price action for a bit. I mean, it's early morning European price action. It tends to be shit. We don't throw the volume in the market to really push price around. Okay, so you need to give it a couple of hours for the US session to come in. Okay, you've got that data out a little bit later on as well, but they'll throw a little bit of volume in the market. As I say, Coinbase guys have been bid, but this is looking weak. You know, you can see the top level. You can see already top levels waiting a little bit lower. Yeah, I don't know. I think you can rotate into this zone again for sure. You know, in the next couple of hours before we then see any movement, for absolutely sure. 50k, yeah, it is. You know. Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is. Let's have a look on the old. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously not your biggest aggregated depth at the minute. 54 and 55 still are. You've got 900 million and yeah, so between 54 and 55. So obviously you've got your amounts here, and then what this does is this is your total including the one above, yeah? So then if you go down further to 53, this is your total including the two above, okay? So what we're looking at here is basically it's going to cost you just under, let's just call it, well, yeah, I mean, it's going to cost you just under $1 billion or so just to get under here, isn't it? To be honest, aggregated, isn't it? So it's going to cost a fair price, but that can be done, especially if the market does get some volatility into it. Just check my alerts. Yeah, perps are bidding. We've had group spot bids, so spot are bidding, so that's Bitstamp, Coinbase, and Binance. Okay, we've had a couple of diamonds, the old black market diamond there with CB Pro as well. We've had ETH group spot, BTC perps again, and BTC diamond. Yeah, so And then with regards to other altcoins, perps markets are trying to bid altcoins. Now that is obviously people getting over bullish on alts. I would stay clear of alts today unless you are just seeing some spot. Rune's getting some bid. Let me just click on that. Yeah, Rune's looking all right. You've got you had a top level there at 3.5. Perps is very bid here, so Rune's probably a good option, but again, I'm not interested. On a day like this, on a Friday, you've got some US volatility due out. Again, I don't give a flying fuck about that. It will just bring volatility, not direction, okay? But on a day like this, you can see here people are trying to bid on perps, altcoins all over the place. Good luck. Yeah, good luck to AVAX. Let's have a look at AVAX. That was a little bit. Oh, that was last night. Yeah, and then you've still got some altcoins like AVAX, like this, prepared with order blocks a lot lower. Round number $20, obviously. Any others? Rune again from last night. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Go back to BTC. We'll just watch this for a sec. Yeah, certainly needs a bit of a push, doesn't it? Let me go to lower time frame volume. What are you doing? Lower time frame volume, perps is a bit messy, but spot lower time frame volumes okay. Open interest absolutely nuked. And when open interest nukes like this is when I wouldn't really particularly chase shorts for sure. The shorts come best. I'll show you this. Shorts come best with that high open interest. Look at that high open interest. Even when you've pulled the down, okay, so everyone was trying to long this zone here, high up in interest, no, ram it, you're going back down. Other zones, BTC diamonds, even in this area at 60k, if you're day trading, absolute beautiful, high up in interest and everything, really, really good. Double tops here from that, 65k absolute, call the SEC, scam zone. Bear divs, double top, high open interest, high funding, LS ratio, nice cluster on the Volume King template, just to point that out if anyone is unfamiliar with that. So yeah, all right, look, tell you what, there's not too much to see here. Drop us any questions if you've got them, market or console related. I'll just give it 30 seconds or so. And we'll finish up soon because there's not a lot to see here. This is your invalidation. Summary, this is your invalidation now. I don't think it looks amazing, I have to say. I think I'm happy to have risk on here on BTC and ETH. Okay, there's no way. ETH looks better. You're getting a better bounce already on ETH. There's no way, shape or form I'm prepared to chase shorts down here with expectation that we are just going to drop. Okay, I would rather go risk on long on BTC and ETH. Summary, those are the only ones I'd trade today. I'm not interested in any other alts whatsoever. Even if BTC and ETH float up, I'm not on the frame of mind of getting in on some altcoins. Sol will just follow ETH and BTC. Now, the trouble with Sol is perps is pretty bid, and you've got that level at 119. The trouble with Sol is, where's your edge here? You're going to have to keep your invalidation if you're trading Sol the same percentage as you have on BTC, because you've only got this very light top level here, okay, and then one down there at the 125. Your biggest top level on Sol is there. So unfortunately on Sol, it will follow, you would think, but this is why I don't like charts like this, is you've got no real edge in saying which way this asset's going to go, because you've got all that room there, and then you've got all this room here, okay, and there's no edge there. Unfortunately, you know, which way is it going to go? It's just going to follow BTC. Your edge comes from this, okay, demand zones, because your ratios are on the chart. You've got a fat order block looking to get a fill or defend this area. This is your invalidation. So, you know, maybe leave a bit of room. Don't go high leverage, you know, and just go a couple of percent below that order block. That's your invalidation. And as I say, if we get a bounce, the week we've had, I think you'd be lucky. I think it'll be a great trade. and we'll be, you know, we'll be very lucky. And it's exactly the same with BTC, but actually I think BTC looks a little bit weaker. You know, you want to be executing as best as possible here. You know, that is down to the trader. I can't help you with your execution, I'm afraid, whether you market ordering in, whether you've got some limit orders close to these top levels. Okay, that's sometimes a good idea. So maybe you limit or market in a bit here, but then you leave a little bit of room real close to the order blocks, okay, and this demand zone, okay, and then you limit in there. But that is, you know, this, and actually it's a good sign that they've got rid of this top level above. That's the only thing I would say. They've got rid of that level at 58. I think if we get any kind of reward like that today, we are going to be very, very lucky boys and girls, to be honest. Gary Network, we haven't got the info for it. I'll go and have a look in TradingView. I generally go 2.5, yeah, 2.5%. And why do I go 2.5? I'll tell you why. Little tidbit for you that I normally share with the Academy guys. Okay, so confluence of a BTC diamond. So this is confluence that spot and perps are bid 1 to 2.5% high ratios. So 70 ratio, 70 ratio spot, 40 ratio, okay, and then vice versa on the short. Same on the short, okay. But basically, yeah, you're saying 1 to 2.5%. So 2.5. If you're just nibbling in, you know, maybe give it 2.5 to 3. It depends on your execution. You know, if you can execute really, really well on this wick here, as close to the order block as possible, then you've got some really nice wiggle room. If you're in here, you've got some really nice wiggle room. 2% brings you down to 54,220. Okay, and then just watch the price action. Yeah, so you know you've got your stops down here. Your stops are down here, 2.5% away. You zoom up. Okay, maybe you take profit straight away. But then for me, or it depends how you want to trade it. You know, then do you tighten your stops up to your entry? Sometimes nice to do that, especially if you're in the mind of, you know, holding it overnight or something. If it's just a day trade, maybe just let it run and let the price prove you wrong. But it does, you know, as I say, this could, the way the price action's been at the minute, you could get rewarded. Say you get, let's play it out. Say you get rewarded today and you rise up to here and then you start to see a bit of supply hit. I would be happy just to take a bit of profit there because I don't think this is the very, very generational. I don't think we're at generational swing long bottom here. So I'd be happy to take profit there because come Monday morning or Sunday night, you could just get that again, yeah? And then you've round tripped it, fucking horrible, right, bollocks, you know, never trading again, all that shit. I'd actually look to hedge some shorts back up here if we can get it. If we can get it, and again, you know, confluence of, if you could get 60, that'd be great. I don't know if we will, but if we can get up there, I'd short the shit out of this back down. Absolutely no problem whatsoever if we start to see some ratios. Depth. Well, depth works slightly different. I mean, you can have this bottom panel on ratio or depth, and it'll give you a similar result. A depth, delta depth, which I've got it on delta depth. You're just gonna have to grab the template or ask me in the socials about that because there's a bit more to it. We'll give you the volume, obviously, and what's going on. But you can actually switch this to ratios, like I shared the other day, in here, and it'll give you a similar thing. Let me change that. Okay, so you can change this, all right, and then what it does obviously is give you your ratios, yeah. But it's kind of like an aggregate. I think this is set on perps at the minute, so you could change it. But basically, there you go. So look, let's go to perps and see what it's at. Futures, what am I on perps there? What's going on with the colours on that? Oh, Bitfinex, that's why. Okay, so there we go. So perps, yeah. We're on perps. It's giving us a 39 right there, right now, 1 to 2.5. I've got slightly different settings. So this is how it works. I'd have to refresh that a second. Let me just refresh that 2 seconds. If it'll load for me. So then what you do is, so 40 ratio there. So it's good ratios on perps. Very, very nice. what you'd do is in here, if you really wanted to see that on the chart, you'd go 1, 2.5, and then you see a little bit of a closer representation down here. And then you see your supply side as well there, so negative 20. We hit at the top there, you see? So negative 20. Then I'd have to go to the overlays here. Oh God, this is me on Safari again, isn't it? Let me just refresh that. Perps 20. So this is the way it's and then this is totally personal preference, yeah. There you go. And then what you'll start to see is you see the overlays there. So you've got overlays at that time that have been a 20 overlay ratio there, and your ratio depth. This is a order book depth aggregation, but it's done on a ratio now, perps market, and you see there 20. Okay, but obviously I just have this on I quite like looking at this on a volume bit, a delta basis, to see what volume's coming in, because I like to see. Obviously, we've got some nice depth building now, 320 million, but I like to see when this gets really, really stacked to the bid side. And as I say, normally it's about 1 billion. 1 billion there is your swing kind of area. Right, let's go and have a look at what the fuck is this coin? Gary Network. Never heard of it. Never fucking heard. Oh my God, what is this shit? What am I meant to say about that? It's downonly.com and I mean, it looks like bird and meme coin, doesn't it? I guess it's at the lows. I mean, it's downonly.com. I guess it's at the lows. I can't look at that. It looks absolutely shocking. If you're holding spot, then and you don't need to sell, then just hold it because you're at lows. But yeah, absolutely, this is not good. Devs of I don't even know what it is, but it looks like the beer or water token or any of them meme coins where they just fucking they've just sold into it, and it's never going to recover. Honestly, it looks like one of the meme coins that's never going to recover. You know, not a top tier meme, not a Popcat or a Giga or anything like that. It looks like an absolute shambles meme coin that's never going to recover. Is it a CTO as well? It's probably a community takeover or something, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. I don't know. Maybe you know more information than me. Disclosure, but it looks horrible. Yeah, you can grab any of the templates in... you can grab any of the templates in the Discord. And then just what I would do is you grab the templates from myself or anyone else or DK. DKs are all shared, and all my templates are based on DK. DK is the main guy at TRDR, DK and Shaquille. And all I've done is tweak my settings to how I want to view it. You know, maybe you want to see the depth on a ratio. I like to see it on a delta volume. Maybe you know, I don't have the overlays up here on a 20. Certain people do. Okay, I like to see it at 30, like we're seeing now. Yeah, so yeah, you know, grab a template and then tweak it. Get rid of what you don't want. Depending on what plan you're on, also you can only have certain indicators. Now, obviously, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 indicators on here because these are counted indicators. All right. Alerts log. Adding that to the chart. Show on chart. That acts as an indicator as well. So depending on what plan you are on, load it and then get rid of some of these. You know, I think I've got futures on here as well, which is futures down here, and I don't even really look at them, to be honest. I could probably take futures off here. All right. So summary. Shall we have a little summary then? Happy to have a bit of risk on here. BTC and ETH. Invalidation being the top level here. I'm not totally convinced, it has to be said. I think ETH looks a bit better. This is nice and strong, and you're already getting a reaction from this level here, okay? So ETH is looking nice. Could come down again and test this zone. But yeah, I'm not in the frame of mind to chase any more shorts down here. I'm only playing BTC and ETH. I'm not interested in alts because the volatility will kill you, or it could do, because I know that there's a lot of degen leverage traders. You know, BTC could have a bit of this today, you know, I'm not saying it's going that way, but it could have a bit of that today. And imagine if you're in a low liquidity altcoin playing that, just don't do it. You know, just get in on the bigger assets that move a little bit nicer. You know, you can get a bit more size on and not be worried about, you know, if you're trading a low liquidity altcoin in this environment, you know, BTC does 2%, your altcoin's going to do 6% whipsaw or whatever. Not always, but it can do. So yeah, to summarize, a little bit of risk on here. Not convinced it's a generational bottom or anything like that. You've got 300, 400 million aggregated depth. I need to see more than that. Coinbase are defending the area as well, but it's pretty light at the minute. Only thing I would look for, and I think we'll be lucky, I do have to say, I think we'll be lucky to get a bounce, okay? But I would be happy to short this back down. I would. If we can get a rise up, I'd be happy to short this back down. I would probably, if we do get a good bounce, I would probably take profit today if we're up here. I would chill over the weekend and review, even if it trickled a couple of percent higher. I'd probably just review it as we go and then see, you know, check the supply, take a bit of time off, come back Monday, check the supply up here, or actually Sunday evening, actually, in the Asian Open has been pretty good lately. So it might be a case of if you're really, really adamant on getting some execution one way or another, maybe you come down here first. You know, maybe we get invalidated and you come down here first. But Sundays into Monday have been pretty good, to be honest. So let's call it a day there. You can do what you want. You're all big boys and girls. You can do what you want. I just wouldn't recommend chasing shorts. It's the kind of, we've seen it already a couple of times. We're getting a few wicks into this area and these little bounces, which aren't too convincing themselves, but we are in the Euro session, so you're not going to get a mega V-shape, big volume, open interest, loads of contracts coming in, bounce. But yeah, perps is looking good. Bigger level lower, but you know, maybe you don't get that in one clip. It's going to take you quite a bit of dollar to push price right down to here, okay? We've looked at that, haven't we? So yeah, let's call it a day. Hope everyone has a brilliant end to the week. Don't leverage too much up here because you could still wick around a little bit. If you've got no exposure on, maybe just check if we do come down and get another bit of bid down here in this zone. If you're wanting to go a bit of risk on now, this is your invalidation really, you know, and you want to be 2.5% in and around and below there. We've already wicked into it. You've had a BTC diamond, so yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. Slow price action it is, and it's not what you want to see. It's typical of bears are still in control despite this demand zone. You're not getting good reactions, hence why I was up a little bit later last night just watching this price action. I was like, this looks shit. I want to see a better bounce than that. Obviously, you got rewarded there a tiny bit straight back down. You went all night like that, and then I just went to bed later. I was like, oh, fuck this. You got a bit of reward. It's really weak, isn't it? Even this, 10 candles up, 5 down. You know, it's really, really very weak price action at the minute. So yeah, we'll see what we get. Watch out for that little bit of legacy market volatility that could be in. As I say, I don't think that's going to affect crypto. Bitcoin and crypto will do what it needs to do to move in the direction. It's just, you know, any market news from fucking Wall Street guys is just gonna bring volatility, and that's it, to be honest. I don't, you know, it's not going to give you direction. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll timestamp this a little bit, but yeah, not a lot to say. We're concentrated on Bitcoin, to be honest. Have a great week. Speak soon. Cheers.